Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ANC Steele Center on the campus of Muskingum University. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Will Ford with Ryan Marks. We have Robbie Moore down on the sideline tonight. Coverage of Muskingum women's basketball action. The Lady Muskies taking on the Wilmington Quakers. And Ryan, just looking at this matchup, these are two teams where the Lady Muskies really at the bottom of the OAC, not having the greatest of seasons. Wilmington a little bit up the ranks, a little bit kind of mid to lower end of the pack, but the Lady Muskies are 3-16 overall, 1-13 in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Wilmington 9-12 overall, 5-9 in the OAC. And an interesting thing to note too is that Wilmington's first in the OAC in scoring per game, while Muskingum is near the bottom. So on paper, this looks like a matchup where Wilmington has the clear advantage in scoring.
Yeah, Wilmington, it's really, on paper, it's a David and Goliath matchup. Wilmington's cracked top 5 in every statistic, points, assists, steals, whereas Muskingum has only really cracked the top 5 in shooting percentage and steals a game. So on paper, it looks to be a very unfair matchup, but as we're looking to get into the game, we're hoping for an exciting one, more evenly matched.
So for Muskingum, Ryan, Olivia Lang leads this team in scoring at, I believe, just a little over 11 points a game. And she also leads the team in field goal and three-point field goal percentage. She's also first in the OAC in three-point field goal percentage. But Michaela Binkley for Wilmington is just a stat sheet stuffer supreme. Excuse my stuttering there, but she just stuffs the stats. She is first in the OAC in scoring at 18 points a game. And she's great on the defensive side of the ball too. And she's going to be a handful tonight for these Lady Muskies.
Yeah, the way she's been running the OAC, it's kind of been Russell Westbrook-esque just all over the stat sheet. And a little bit of Kawhi Leonard on defense. I mean, she's, like you said, she's up on the charts. She's 5th in blocks and 1st in steals overall for the OAC in general. So really a jack of all trades. It's going to be exciting to see how Muskingum tries to slow her down tonight.
And the last time out for the Lady Muskies, they were up double digits against the Heidelberg Student Princes on Saturday. And ended up losing in overtime 78-74. Definitely one that got away from them, and a disappointing effort there in the second half and in overtime, losing that one. And they're losers of 8 in a row right now, whereas Wilmington, they're coming off of a 74-55 loss to Baldwin Wallace over the weekend, and they've lost 5 in a row. So two teams not on great streaks right now, and I think it really hurts for the Lady Muskies because they felt like they could have had one over the weekend.
Yeah, they definitely could have had a chance to just break that streak and get back into the W column, but fall just too short. Didn't play all 4 quarters, as you said, and let them sneak back, take it to overtime, and then just the team with the more heart won at the end. Heidelberg seemed to wanted it more in that game in the second half, but as you said, both teams coming back from a loss, so both teams trying to flip the script and get out of that shaky streak that they're in.
So due to our coverage of Muskingum wrestling last night, we were unable to have Muskingum women's basketball players on the Muskie Sports Blast Talk program, but we are going to give you a clip from last week where we had former student assistant and now player Celeste Clark talk about her story this season being a coach and then transitioning to a player. And then we also have student assistant Erica Heyer in this clip for you as well, as she's recovering from back surgery. So right now we're going to give you that clip of the Muskie Sports Blast here on the Orbit 90.7 and also on TV, Orbit Media TV on YouTube and on New Concord Cable Digital Channel 1020.
The major storyline, I think, this season with the women's team is that, I mean, there's been so many injuries, a lot of roster turnover, and so you've had to face a lot of adversity with that. But what's been the most challenging part about dealing with all of this? Has it been the physical fatigue, mental fatigue, or is it something else?
I would say it's both. I think physically having to play, like last Saturday, we had to play with 7 girls. That was really tough. And actually, I just started dressing just to help them do that. So for me, it's really tough because I haven't played basketball in so long. But I think for everyone else, it's the physical standpoint of it. Also, I think the mental comes into it, but I would say it's more physical.
And, really, how does the team keep pushing forward through all this? Because a lot of teams out there would just be like, we're okay, we can cash it in, mail it in, it's over. We'll wait it out and wait till next year. But this team keeps trying to plow forward. How do you guys do that?
I think for us, a big thing for us is team bonding and stuff like that. So I think when it comes to especially now with not having as many girls able to play, we have a lot of team meetings just to talk about kind of where we're at, like mentally and physically, and what we think every game, what we should improve on for that game. So taking it game by game.
And would you guys say that really the team has drawn closer because of this? Because, like, again, this is a situation that not very many teams have to go through, where you have such a depleted roster, you have so few people playing. But would you say that with all this team bonding and stuff, you guys have become closer around this?
Yeah, I would say for sure, because like you said, there's only very few of us. So, and I'm the only senior, so they really will be together for their next 3 years. So, yeah.
What's the biggest challenge about being the only senior on the team? I mean, you're looked to as the leader. You served as a student assistant for, most of the year, and now you're dressing and you're playing with these girls now. What's the biggest challenge of just trying to lead these younger girls?
Yeah, so being a coach was a lot different, I think. Like, they could ask me questions and stuff like that. They looked at me like I was, like, Coach Eaton. So now, like, playing with them, it's kind of different. They have to kind of, like, know that I don't really know sometimes what's going on because I haven't played. So that's been kind of hard for me. But they've really helped me, like, understand what I need to do and all of that.
How did those conversations come about you, dressing for the team and going out there and playing? Like, was it just something kind of just like, hey, we need you, like, because we just don't have anybody? How did those conversations come about?
Yeah, so pretty much, I would say early last week, they started talking about it and just had mentioned it to me and asked what I thought. And, I've been really bought into this team and wanting to be a part of this team, so I really didn't even question it. I was like, yeah, for sure, I'll start dressing. And then I had to go through, like, the physicals and all that, so we had to get all that done towards the end of last week. So that's why I didn't start playing till Saturday.
And Erica, you're also serving as a student assistant, and you did play your freshman season, but you made the decision to have back surgery. What happened to your back that required you to have surgery like that?
So as freshman year went on, I was having really bad pain in my lower back, and then I finally went to the doctor at the end of last season, and I found out that I had 2 herniated discs in my back. So I had to make the decision if I wanted to play or if I wanted to have surgery. And I went through a whole bunch of, like, back injections, anything. I went through it all. And then finally I just made the decision just to get it over with, so for my junior and senior year I can still play. So they went in, they took those discs out, and they put screws in, so I'm going good now.
Back here live in the ANC Steele Center, a clip of the Muskie Sports Blast from last Tuesday. Erica Hyra, a student assistant this season, recovering from back surgery from her freshman year playing last year. And then Celeste Clark playing her first 3 years here at Muskingum, but this year kind of taking a back seat, Ryan, being a student assistant for this team, a coach, helping lead this younger group of girls. And then just due to the injuries this year, sickness, and roster turnover, I mean, she kind of just was kind of forced into stepping into a playing role, and she's become more and more comfortable every game that she's played in. And, it's only a matter of time before she really starts getting into a groove.
Yeah, we've definitely kind of seen her, I don't know, figuratively shake the rust off with every game. I mean, she's been getting better and better as a player and reading the court. I think being a coach, being a coaching assistant was a really great job for her to help see the court better and see what happens off the court. She was doing what was best for her future, but obviously had the next man up mentality. So that was just a great job by her, knowing what needs done, when it needs done, and taking charge.
And we're just over 5 minutes until tip-off here between the Muskingum Lady Muskies and the Wilmington Quakers, a matchup between two teams near the bottom half of the OAC. Muskingum at the bottom and Wilmington just a few up the ranks. But right now we're going to send it down to the sideline with our sideline reporter, Robbie Moore, who is standing by with head coach Aaron Eaton.
Thank you, Will. I'm joined down here with Coach Aaron Eaton, and I want to talk to you a little bit. We've seen the Lady Muskies have definitely gotten more aggressive this season. So how are the Muskies going to channel that aggression into tonight's game?
So tonight I think is a matchup that we really can be competitive with Wilmington. I think that should be a pretty fast-paced game. There was a lot of points in the first matchup. We are going to play man tonight, which tends to allow us to be a little bit more aggressive, especially in passing lanes. So as long as we're able to follow the game plan, it should be a rather exciting game tonight.
And I want to talk a little bit about junior guard Kamei Baylock has definitely been a player that stood out this past season. So being her coach, what's it like to watch her progression this season?
Well, I say all the time, I have a lot of respect for Kamei as a person. I think she's made tremendous changes to her game and her lifestyle in general, and she works hard every single day. And I think eventually when you work as hard as Kamei does, that pays off, and she's seen the benefits of that as a player. But she's very strong, so she's able to use her strength in the post and post up smaller guards, and that's been really successful for her this year, and I think she's going to have the opportunity to do so tonight.
Well, thank you again, Coach Eaton, for joining us tonight. This is going to be a very exciting game. And I'm sending it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Robbie. And an interesting note there, Ryan, the use of the man-to-man defense tonight against this number one scoring offense that Wilmington possesses. And over the last couple of weeks here, we've seen the numbers for Muskingum. They've only had 7 players for the most part on the court. Then getting Celeste, they were up to 8. And now the return of Emily Hartshorn tonight, that bumps their numbers up to 9. So they almost have a second full rotation coming into the lineup to be on the court. So I think that's allowing Coach Eaton to be a little more aggressive here towards the latter half of the season on defense, playing man-to-man, but also you can run a lot more on offense. You can push the ball and not be too nervous or too fearful about losing energy with some of your girls.
Yeah, she's definitely getting a chance to be more aggressive on both sides of the court, as she said with the man-to-man. The only thing I can see with the man-to-man as where you have a positive, you have a lot more players, so you can rest a little more. I'm wondering personally how they're going to match up with Michaela Binkley, who's just been all over the stat sheet. I wonder who they're going to put on her tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a test for sure. It's going to be really interesting to see who Coach Eaton puts on Binkley to start this game and who will follow her throughout. Right now we'll take a short break here from the ANC Steele Center, and we'll be right back with more pregame coverage. You're listening to WMCO 90.7 FM and also watching live on YouTube at Orbit Media TV and on New Concord Cable, digital cable 1020. Stay right with us.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Steele Center, everybody. Will Ford on hand with Ryan Marks, and we have Robbie Moore down on the sideline. Got a good one on tap for you this evening. The Muskingum Lady Muskies basketball team taking on the Wilmington Quakers. Two teams near the bottom half of the conference. Right now, the national anthem to be played in the Ann C. Steele Center. All right, Ryan, we are just a few minutes away here. Starting lineups about to be announced for both teams. National anthem concluding here on the Orbit 90.7 and also on YouTube at Orbit Media TV and on Orbit TV Digital Cable 1020. Thank you for joining us for coverage of Muskingum women's basketball. So, Ryan, looking at the head coach for Wilmington, Jerry Sheevy, this guy has over 500 wins at Wilmington. Like, I'm just speechless. I can't even get the words out. He has been phenomenal for this program throughout his tenure with the Wilmington Quakers.
Yeah, it's been absolutely crazy to hear. I mean, over 500 wins is impressive, but what finds me extremely impressive, 29 seasons. This is his 29th season as a head coach for Wilmington alone. So that is something they really trust him with the keys to the program, and it's obviously shown fruitful as he has won 8 conference tournaments, and he's actually won a national championship back in 2004. So once again, something we see typically in the OAC is another well-tenured coach with a great resume behind them.
And the OAC, man, is just so tough across all sports. And we're seeing a good coaching battle tonight, a coach in her first season as a head coach in the Ohio Athletic Conference, working things out versus Jerry Sheevy, who is quite possibly the best of the best.
Yeah, maybe a hometown legend, they could even consider him. But yeah, it just epitomizes just like the stat sheet. I mean, David versus Goliath tonight. You got a young coach versus a very well-experienced coach, and you got a very young team that's maybe lower on the stat sheets versus a team that is way above and top 5 in every stat on the stat sheet. So it is just it's two tails of the tape. I mean, it's going to make for an exciting game tonight. It's going to be fun to watch.
It is indeed, and Wilmington wearing their away greens, traveling towards the left basket. Muskingum wearing their home whites, going towards the right. Tip-off won by Michelle Lee of Wilmington, and they'll possess the ball to start. Dribbling the ball up top, number 3, Kennedy Lewis. Over to the right side, Hannah Binkley, right wing. She'll dribble back up top. Hannah guarded by Kamei Baylock very heavily. Now a pass to the left wing, driving right side, shot up and blocked. Michaela Binkley, but she gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. 2-0 Wilmington to start. 30 seconds in here. Emily Yeager guarded by Hannah Binkley. Now over to Casey Smith right side. Sarah Miller top of the key, and she is fouled on a reach-in. That first foul will be on Michelle Lee. First personal, first team. 9:19 on the clock in the first quarter. Just getting started here. Yeager inbounds to Baylock up top. Now Casey Smith right wing behind the three-point line. She's got a lot of space. She drives left. Now dishing it off to Sarah Miller. She misses her pull-up jumper in the lane. Quickly now Wilmington the other way. A transition three-pointer off the front of the rim. Binkley misses. Here comes Lang. Lang up to Yeager, left wing. She drives left. Jump stops. Back out top of the key. Baylock for 3. Rattles out. Rebound Wilmington. Here's Kennedy Lewis driving right, getting to the rim, laying it up off glass. 4-0 Wilmington to start.
Pretty little Euro step, hard to stop in man coverage.
And here is the full court press here from Wilmington. But they'll back off, let Baylock walk it up the floor. Now right corner, skip pass to Casey Smith. She'll put up a three with a lot of space, but that's off the side of the backboard. Long rebound to Baylock, though. Now Olivia Lang on the left wing. She drives left, backing down. Kennedy Lewis. And she almost throws it away up top. Casey Smith can't get on top of it. And a good hustle play from Kelly Knoll. And a layup from Hannah Binkley. And a quick timeout from head coach Erin Eaton. She looks very frustrated. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with you on WMCO New Concord. And also live on Orbit TV and Orbit Media TV on YouTube. Ryan, a very quick start from the #1 team in the OAC in scoring, the Wilmington Quakers, averaging 78 points a game, and they're up 6-0 less than 2 minutes in.
Yeah, they just jumped right into it real fast. I mean, they kind of scared. It seemed like they scared Muskingum with that full court press, getting flashbacks to that Mount Union game where they fell 16-4 early in the first, and it's starting to show again here. I mean, the leading scorer in the OAC. But right now, we're going to send it down to Robbie Moore on the sideline. Robbie, what do you got for us?
Seen in that first couple of minutes is a lot of the players were double teaming us, and she just told them, don't look at that as a reason to panic, look at that as a reason to work harder.
Thanks, Robbie. Now out of the timeout, this full court man press again. Olivia Lang breaks it. Now here's Emily Yeager on the right wing. Picks up her dribble now. Kicks up top. Casey Smith looking for a screen from Sarah Miller. They're playing really soft on Smith as she drives towards the basket. Now Emily Yeager on the right wing, driving right near the baseline. Now Olivia Lang, left side, driving, shoves off, offensive foul as she extends that elbow.
Yeah, it's something you just can't do. The ref's going to call that every time. She got away with it the first time, but it was way more blatant there.
Lewis will walk the ball up the floor, crosses the timeline, guarded by Casey Smith, quickly trying to drive right. Nice backdoor cut, but a travel. I believe that was Hannah Binkley getting a little too ahead of herself, but it was a really nice backdoor cut, Ryan. Yeah. She just tried to move while holding the basketball, didn't take that dribble.
Got a little too fast. She got over her feet, and nice backdoor cut, nice bounce pass. Just couldn't connect.
Charlotte Brown checks in for Casey Smith. Lang and Yeager together break the press. Lang over to Sarah Miller on the right side, right baseline. As she drives right, she's fouled on a reach-in. It'll be taken out underneath. It's 6-0 Wilmington, 7:21 on the clock in the first quarter. And 3 players subbing in for Wilmington. Number 4, Zaria Bailey. Number 15, Ellen Nilback. And right now, Charlotte Brown on the right block as she got the inbound from Baylock. She traveled with the basketball, trying to kick it back out to Yeager. And then the third and final sub for Wilmington, Khalees Jones, also in. Here's Bailey, dribble handoff to Michaela Binkley. Now right corner, a three-pointer. That's an air ball from Kelly Knoll. Rebounded, here's Yeager. Crossing half court quickly, driving right, spins, puts up a shot, blocked. Rebounded by Knoll. Here comes Khalees Jones. Pass over to Zaria Bailey. Now inside, off the front of the rim. Binkley misses. She leads this team in scoring, but a rebound from number 15, Ellen Nilback, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice little backdoor cut, backdoor pass again, leading to a foul in transition. Muskingum trying to fight to get back to that open spot.
And here's Emily Hartshorn. She checks in for the Lady Muskies. This is her first action in a while as she checks in for Kamei Baylock.
Yeah, with 6:45 remaining in the game, Wilmington leads 7-0. Emily Hartshorn returning from injury. So we'll see how she gets to do tonight, trying to shake off that rust.
And Nilback hits both free throws. It's 8-0. As Ryan noted, under 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Yeager breaking the press. Hands off to Sarah Miller. Now right wing, Charlotte Brown. Dumps inside. Miller on the block. Puts up a right-handed shot off glass. That's butter.
Good
and
back.
the first points for Muskingum. And now quickly the other way, Wilmington. Nice Euro step in the lane off glass, right side.
Khalees Jones with a nice overhead Euro step. Defense stood no chance.
Lang now guarded by Bailey. Hands off to Miller up top. Now Yeager off a screen from Miller. She gets double teamed, tries to pass out to Charlotte Brown in the corner and gets fouled. And it'll be taken out underneath. That's the second team foul on Wilmington. Excuse me, it's the third team foul. 6:02 on the clock, first quarter, 10-2 Wilmington. Right corner, Lang off the inbound. Screen left side from Sarah Miller and Charlotte Brown. Pull-up jumper, Lang hits it. About 20 feet, just inside the three-point line. That's a long jumper.
Yeah, hand in her face, but that didn't mean anything to her. She made it with ease.
Good ball movement here from Wilmington as they go around the horn a couple of times. Now inside, Khalees Jones, she dribbles back out. And now a three-pointer rattles out from Michaela Binkley on the left wing. Rebounded Hartshorn, and here comes Yeager. Up to Lang, left side. Drives left, spins, and an offensive foul called again on Lang. And Lang, every time she tries to use that spin move, Ryan, she gets called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, she's really got to slow down on that. I mean, there's still 5.5 in the first quarter.
She's already got 2 along with Sarah Miller. Or excuse me, Sarah Miller has 2 points, not 2 fouls. We're looking at the wrong stat there. But yeah, Olivia Lang has 2 fouls early on.
Yeah, and Olivia Lang will take a seat.
Now right corner, Brooke Davis back up top. Now left elbow, drops the basketball. Emily Davis does, but a travel called on Ellen Nilback from the free throw line, going a little too fast. And now full court man press again. Celeste Clark will take the inbound as she checked in just the last possession, last dead ball. Now Yeager will dribble up. She gets trapped, gets away from it though, and gets it across the timeline with 20 on the shot clock. And then a pass through the arms of Casey Smith, but it was deflected afterwards by Emily Davis.
Yeah, Muskingum will retain possession under Wilmington's basket, but both teams really seem to get ahead of themselves. 3 travel calls already called. Emily Yeager will inbound it from underneath Wilmington's basket to Emily Hartshorn.
Hartshorn in the corner, screens for Yeager, and Yeager has the ball deflected from her as she tries to dribble. It's out of bounds, and Yeager will take it out of bounds just right beside that right corner.
Yeah, dangerous spot to inbound from.
Inbounds on the right block. Sarah Miller, she faces up and has the ball poked away, stolen by Khalees Jones. She drives, hands off, and a layup on the left side's too strong by Emily Davis, but rebounded by Wilmington. Now top of the key, three-pointer. That's no good by Brooke Davis. Hartshorn the rebound. Casey Smith racing the other way. Spins in the lane, now kicks back out. Sarah Miller on the right elbow, now left wing. Celeste Clark, a three-pointer off the front of the rim. Rebound Miller, left-handed hook shot, no good.
Yeah, good job to fight for the board, but just couldn't put it back up.
And a poke from Casey Smith results in a steal. Yeager throws it up to her. She drives right. Smith off glass, too strong. Rebound Nilback.
Yeah, fighting through contest, but no foul called, no shot made, so we keep playing.
Now left wing three-pointer, Wilmington. That's short, but a rebound by Elise Carpenter. Or excuse me, Kennedy Lewis. We're now driving inside and a layup on the right block from Nilback. And a good feed from Khalees Jones.
Yeah, so with 3:30 remaining in the first quarter, Muskingum trails 12-4 versus Wilmington.
Yeager now has it up top, dribbles right, puts it up, and is fouled on the shot.
Yeah, tried to fight the contest and drew the foul this time, but once again, no shot on the layup, no make. So Emily Yeager will go to the line, and 2 substitutions from each team coming in. Olivia Lang coming in for shooter, Kamei Baylock coming in for Sarah Miller.
12-4, Wilmington leads with 3:28 left in the first quarter. Yeager misses her first free throw. And on the season, Muskingum is 9th in the OAC in free throw percentage at 64% as the second one rattles home. Lang will check in for Yeager after making the second free throw. And also Michelle Skaggs will check in for Celeste Clark. It's 12-5. Muskingum trails by 7 points. Now here comes Kennedy Lewis, a sophomore from Dayton, Ohio. She'll dribble up the floor, driving right quickly on Casey Smith, dishes inside and has the ball stolen. Elise Carpenter couldn't hang on to it. Now Lang the other way, driving left. She picks up her dribble. Now right wing, Casey Smith drives right, spins in the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound. Michaela Binkley leading this Wilmington offense in scoring this season, also leading the OAC. Passes off to Lewis, now back out up top. Binkley, now right wing. This is Hannah Binkley. She drives right baseline, tries to kick back out right wing and has it deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, and it almost seems like number 3 for Wilmington just really is in a pass first. She had an open lane there, but decided to bounce past it, leading to a steal.
Brooke Davis inbounds to Kennedy Lewis. She dribbles left, dribble handoff to Michaela Binkley. And she has the ball stolen as she falls down near the free throw line. Baylock kicks out left wing. Olivia Lang for 3, too strong and over the backboard, out of bounds. 2:34 left in the first quarter. Still a 12-5 ball game in favor of Wilmington. Lewis will walk the ball up the floor. And she'll go off a double screen, drive to the hole on the left side, blocked by Lang. And off a Quaker and out of bounds, Muskingum basketball.
2:22 remaining. Wilmington leads 12-5 over Muskingum, but Muskingum really keeping it close here. I mean, for as opposite as it looked pregame, it's been a close game.
Lang breaks the press. Now Casey Smith up at the top, and the defender giving her a lot of space, daring her to shoot a three-pointer. Now Skaggs right wing, handoff Lang, still on the right side, a screen from Hartshorn. Now left wing, Michelle Skaggs. Over to the right wing, Casey Smith. She'll drive left middle of the paint and bump it back to Skaggs. A 19-foot jumper from behind the free throw line knocks it down. That's her first bucket, and it's a 5-point game. And Binkley will drive right from the left side, and a scoop in the lane rattles in.
Yeah, a little love from the rim, and it just falls. Both sides playing well through this first quarter. Olivia Lang just fumbles it, but it's to be said to be out off Wilmington, but so it will be Muskingum's ball on Wilmington's half the court.
It's 14-7, a 7-point ball game. Wilmington leads early. 1:36 on the clock, first quarter. Michelle Skaggs inbounds to Emily Hartshorn. Now Baylock up top. Left wing Skaggs dumping down in the left post. Olivia Lang, she's fouled on the entry pass.
Yeah, just a little too excited by Zahira, and she earns a foul. That is her first of the game, so she's not quite in any trouble yet, but she's done a great job so far of drawing fouls. She's drawn the 2 on Olivia Lang down on the low post with the arm bar.
Zaria Bailey has 1 foul. It's the team's 5th foul. Lang hits the first free throw off the front of the rim and in. Second free throw rattles out. Rebound, Elise Carpenter. Now Zaria Bailey, excuse me. She dribbles, hands off to Michaela Binkley. Now handoff to the other Binkley. Hannah, dump inside. And Bailey misses the shot, but it's kicked back out. Now a three-pointer, right wing Wilmington. Kelly Knoll misses it. Another offensive rebound. And a left wing three-pointer. And Hannah Binkley, third time's the charm. She hits a 3 from the left wing. And here's Casey Smith. She'll slow it down. Under a minute left in the first quarter. 9-point lead for Wilmington. She'll drive right, spin in the lane, kick out. Top of the key, Baylock. Now left wing, Michelle Skaggs, three-pointer. Barely grazes the rim. It's short. Kicking up Zaria Bailey. And a nice pass on the low block right side. Kelly Knoll gets a layup. 19-8. Lang pressure now on the inbound. Kicks to Baylock. She'll come across the floor. 22 left on the clock. And fires a pass to the left corner. Emily Hartshorn through the hands. And a turnover with 20 seconds left. So Wilmington will have presumably the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, with no shot clock remaining, with a coach like this, you're expecting just to hold for the last shot. But Wilmington's been pushing up the tempo, so we'll see. 15 seconds remaining. Wilmington leading 19-8 over the Lady Muskies.
Binkley drives right and dishes it inside on the left block. Missed shot, but a foul. Elise Carpenter will go to the free throw line. And Michaela Binkley, Ryan, has done a fantastic job distributing the basketball, driving inside. She brings all that attention to her, and then she kicks as Carpenter hits the first free throw. 7.5 left in the first quarter. Muskingum will have the last shot unless the Quakers get an offensive rebound. Second free throw, bounces around and in. 7 seconds left. Yeager will push the ball up the floor. 3 seconds, driving right, puts up a scoop layup, too strong off the glass. And after the first quarter, the Lady Muskies trail by 13 points, 21-8 here in the ANC Steele Center. We'll take a short break and be right back with second quarter action here on the Orbit 90.7 and also live on YouTube at Orbit Media TV and on New Concord Cable, Orbit TV, Digital Cable 1020. We'll be right back. ANC Steele Center, 21-8 ball game as Wilmington leads. Right now we'll send it down to the sideline with our sideline reporter, Robbie Moore. Robbie, what did you learn during that break?
So Coach Sean Strickland just gave them some very wise advice, saying that just to plays, don't look at the score at all, and just bring in that energy that the Muskies really need tonight.
Thanks, Robbie. And now the second quarter starting. Casey Smith on the right wing. They have the possession to start the second quarter. She kicks out left wing. Now back down, left block. Casey Smith in the post. Puts up a wild shot. Can't get it to go. And now Wilmington the other way. Hannah Binkley, a right wing three is missed. Rebound Elise Carpenter. And now Zaria Bailey drives left side. Kick out right wing. Kelly Knoll driving right. Reverse layup, no good. Casey Smith, the rebound. She dribbles all the way to the right corner. Now brings it back up top. Sarah Miller, a left elbow jumper. And it hits nothing. Out of bounds. 9:14 on the clock in the first half. 21-8 Wilmington.
Yeah, Wilmington playing really loose on Casey Smith around the three-point line, so I'm wondering why she's not starting to pull up. Maybe they see something in her game.
And now Michaela Binkley has the ball up top. She'll dribble right side, goes around Charlotte Brown, gets to the rim on the right side, and is fouled on the shot. She'll go to the free throw line. And on the season for Wilmington, they are fourth in the OAC in free throw percentage, 70% as a team, and that's really solid. First place is the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets in the OAC at 78%. Binkley hits the first free throw. And Binkley's second good as well, and a timeout called by head coach Aaron Eaton of the Muskingum Lady Muskies as they trail by 15 points early in the second quarter. We'll keep it here with you on WMCO, also live on YouTube at Orbit Media TV and Orbit TV Digital Cable 1020. Binkley on the season, she's a 73% free throw shooter, knocks down a pair there. But Ryan, I think the story, at least in my eyes so far, is the domination on the offensive glass for Wilmington. They've had a couple possessions where they're getting multiple shot opportunities, and it's really hurt the Lady Muskies thus far.
Yeah, 2-3 offensive rebounds per drive early for Wilmington, giving them that chance to wear out Muskingum. And Muskingum still, even though they have a couple more people, they're still only within single digits. So they got to start getting more physical on the glass on both sides.
Baylock will dribble up the floor out of the timeout, kick right baseline. Emily Hartshorn, her first jumper is off the back iron. And now coming the other way, Kennedy Lewis. And a handoff to Emily Davis. She misses a layup on the right block. Now Yeager the other way, drives in the lane, loses the basketball. Good defense from Kennedy Lewis. She'll dribble the other way. A nice feed inside, but it goes off the fingertips of Kelly Knoll. Knoll third on the team in scoring this season for Wilmington. She's also first in free throw percentage. But has one goes through her fingertips there.
Yeah, almost a chance to get to the line and show why she's first on the team, but just slips right through her fingertips.
And the two defenders for Wilmington bump into each other on the press. Baylock able to break it with ease. Now Charlotte Brown handing off to Casey Smith, left wing three-pointer, too strong.
Wasted opportunity there for Muskingum. It's a 3-on-5. You got to push that.
And now a left wing three-pointer for Wilmington, knocking it in. Kennedy Lewis from downtown. 26-8. Wilmington leads. Here comes Casey Smith. Now kicking out to Emily Hartshorn, a 16-foot jumper on the right wing. And she hits it. And now a quick three-pointer from Wilmington. Missed by Emily Davis. And here comes Casey Smith driving left. Kick out top of the key, bobbling it. Emily Yeager puts up a three-point shot, no good. Charlotte Brown gets a steal, though, on the rebound. And now Emily Hartshorn, left wing, top of the key. Yeager, she'll reset with 22 on the shot clock.
Yeah, good job by Charlotte Brown to stay with it and get the ball back.
Casey Smith will drive into the lane from the right side. No good. Rebound, Wilmington. Kennedy Lewis has the ball taken away by Casey Smith, but fouled by Kamei Baylock, who also reached in. Sarah Miller will check in for the Lady Muskies. Emily Hartshorn will take a seat. Taking a seat for Wilmington, number 21, Kelly Knoll, and number 5, Elise Carpenter. And into the game, Khalees Jones and number 4, Zaria Bailey, excuse me. And she hits a floater in the lane off the inbound.
Yeah, so 7 minutes remaining. Muskingum already trailing 18. 28-10 here at 6:55 in the second quarter. Sarah Miller posting up down low, back out to Emily Yeager for the three-pointer, rattles out.
Rebound Wilmington. Ellen Nilback up to Zaria Bailey. She kicks left corner, driving baseline Brooke Davis, but now it's back out Bailey, left wing, now right wing. Layup in the lane off the right side, missed by Khalees Jones. Emily Yeager now up to Casey Smith, left wing. Spins, drives left, layup, no good as she was wide open off the spin move. Couldn't connect though. Bailey kicks to the right corner. Khalees Jones, no good from 3. But a rebound from Bailey. Emily Davis drives left baseline. Now free throw line jumper from Zaria Bailey, no good. And another offensive rebound. Now right wing. A little push off, step back jumper from the right elbow, no good. A 4th offensive rebound and a nice pass inside. Ellen Nilback into Emily Davis for the deuce on the right block. It's 30-10 with 5:40 left in this half.
Yeah, having that many offensive rebounds just kills a team.
And driving inside, Casey Smith from the left baseline. Takes it into the paint, goes up strong, and is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And Casey Smith has struggled shooting the basketball tonight, Ryan. And on the season, Casey Smith, she shoots 41% from the floor, but on the season from the free throw line, she's only 55%. So not the best free throw shooter.
Yeah, maybe in Wilmington's
First one
eyes.
is a swish, though.
Yeah, she's contradicting us up here in the booth. But, yeah, maybe that's what Wilmington's coach has been seeing because he's been playing her loose all night in coverage. So really not afraid to let her shoot. As she misses the second one, Wilmington will get the rebound. That is the 5th rebounder in the OAC. Binkley passing it down to the right corner, back up to the top of the key to the other Binkley. back to the left wing, down to the left post for Wilmington, moving the ball around well.
And a three-pointer on the right wing missed. And that was that was Kennedy Lewis. And now Emily Yeager the other way, a kick out from Charlotte Brown on the left block, She misses the three-pointer off the front of the rim. Rebound Wilmington, foul Sarah Miller in the backcourt. About 90 feet from the basket. It's not the kind of foul you want. That's her first foul, third team foul. And Michelle Skaggs will check in for Casey Smith. Muskingum playing a zone here, 2-1-2 zone. Kennedy Lewis surveying the court from the top of the key. Now over to Michaela Binkley, left wing, left corner, three-pointer, bang. Brooke Davis drilling a three-pointer.
Yes,
and Wilmington's tripled up, Ryan. 33-11 is the score. Wilmington leads with 4:40 left.
Yeah, it seemed like Muskingum had a miscommunication on defense. There's no one to close out the shooter in the bottom corner.
Sarah Miller on the right block has the ball taken away from her as she dribbles. And now, Michaela Binkley, two Binkleys, gets a little confusing sometimes.
It really does.
Michaela fouled driving to the basket in transition on the right side. She'll go to the free throw line. And Binkley tonight has 6 points for Wilmington, a third of the way to her season average of 18.
Yeah, and having two Binkleys on the court at the same time, and they didn't make it easy on us, wearing the same shoes, both having the ponytail pulled up, making us work for it.
And Michaela hits the first. Hannah Binkley has 5 points for the Quakers tonight. And a swish on the second free throw from Michaela. It's 35-11. Olivia Lang on the inbound gets doubled. Over to Yeager, back to Lang, right side. 4:20 on the clock, first half. Trailing by 24. Hartshorn, right wing, handoff to Yeager. She dribbles right side, gets to the paint, gets double dough. Looking for somebody, 5-second count started. She kicks all the way to the left corner on a skip. And Lang misses the three-point shot. And a box out results in a foul on Yeager as she tried to go over the back. And that was a really strong box out, Ryan.
Yeah, there was just no way for her to get around it, and it resulted in a foul.
And that was Brooke Davis on the box out. And she'll go to the free throw line as that's the 6th team foul for Muskingum. And so they're in the bonus, Wilmington is, and they'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and
first free throw is knocked down.
Something to look forward to for Muskingum, although they're down 36-11, 4 remaining. They're doing a lot better at beating the press.
That is a good point as Davis hits both. And now Lang trying to break the press over to Baylock. Wilmington retreating. Olivia Lang, right wing, three-pointer, too strong.
Off the back of the rim, just not her night shooting so far.
Michaela Binkley over to the right corner to Hannah Binkley. Now all the way around to the left corner. Brooke Davis knocking down a three. And Brooke Davis has 8 points for the Quakers. Olivia Lang over to Celeste Clark, right corner, now right block. Lang, left wing, Kamei Baylock, another triple. Exchanging triples here.
This time Muskingum in their favor. Muskingum's got to close out on Wilmington in the bottom left corner. They've made 2 threes in the past 3 possessions.
Hannah Binkley over to the left corner. Brooke Davis again. Her three-pointer is off the back of the rim. Rebound Wilmington. Back up and in on the right block.
Michaela Binkley with the rebound and put back as the press turns a turnover on Muskingum, and Wilmington will resume possession.
Michaela Binkley, right wing, skip pass to Hannah Binkley, left wing. Another three-pointer, canning triples left and right.
I think that just had to be a family connection. You know, she just saw something, and as Kamei Baylock will bring it up the court for Muskingum, stops her dribble up at the top of the key, passes it down, skip passes down to Emily Hartshorn. Skaggs with it on the left wing, over to Olivia Lang on the right wing, holding it up, testing up her man as she tries to dribble around, passes down to Kamei Baylock in the right post, trying to use her pivot foot, back out to Olivia Lang for 3 with 1 second on the shot clock. She makes it from deep 3 for Muskingum. So with 2:10 remaining, Wilmington leads 45-17.
Now Michaela Binkley on the left wing, back up top. Brooke Davis over to the right wing. Hannah Binkley. Now Davis into Binkley in the right block. Back out to Hannah on the right wing, and she hits back-to-back three-pointers. The ball movement and a steal. And Hannah Binkley, 7 points in quick succession here. And she quickly has 13 as Baylock dribbles up the floor with a couple quickers behind her. Now left baseline, Emily Hartshorn. A jumper is too strong, an air ball, and it's 50-17. Wilmington way out in front, Ryan, with 1:32 on the clock in the first half.
Yeah, just those quick points off turnovers and offensive rebounds really is what set the tone here for Wilmington. They're doing a great job of fighting for every rebound, and it's shown succession here.
Right wing, Khalees Jones. Zone defense from Muskingum. It appears to be kind of a matchup zone. And now a three-pointer, Khalees Jones is too strong on the right wing, but another rebound, Brooke Davis. But she's too strong on the putback, and it goes out of bounds off a Quaker Muskingum basketball. Baylock inbounds to Celeste Clark. She picks up her dribble, gets it over to Olivia Lang, and she gets fouled at midcourt with 65 ticks on the clock.
Just out of bounds, Will. No foul, but I understand it could have been called a foul.
I thought it was a foul initially. It seemed like the whistle came before it went out of bounds.
I believe they're discussing it, so you may in fact be right, but I thought it could have went either way. I'm not going to judge you for that one because I would have called it too.
So it's just out of bounds here. Skaggs will inbound for Muskingum, inbound to Baylock in the back court, dribbles back to the front court. Skaggs right corner, has the ball taken away by Michaela Binkley. She'll run the other way, and moving the ball forward to Khalees Jones, but it slips from her hands, moving too fast.
Got too
Muskingum
excited
has
there.
possession.
Yeah, she just got too excited there and just tried to take a power dribble and lost the ball, but OAC steal leader Michaela Binkley showing it there as she gets another steal and takes it down in transition.
Celeste Clark dribbles to the free throw line, back out Skaggs. Now Emily Hartshorn right corner, and she gets fouled trying to dribble left. 29 left in the first half. And Muskingum trailing 50-17. And a dominating display of offense from the Wilmington Quakers, who lead the OAC in scoring at 78 points per game, and they're well on their way to topping that this evening. Baylock on the inbound from Hartshorn. Hartshorn now right corner, Olivia Lang right block, turnaround jumper in the lane with the left hand, and that drops. 20 seconds left now.
No
Final
shot
shot for Wilmington. There is no shot clock, as Ryan noted. 50-19. Here's Zaria Bailey over to Michaela Binkley. Now Khalees Jones. They just keep dribble handoffing. And now a right corner three, Brooke Davis. Nothing but net as the clock expires on the first half. 53-19.
Increasing their lead to 34 as it really just got away from Muskingum quick. They were doing a great job of playing well and playing as a team, but Wilmington's press defense boding too much for Muskingum as they got a couple of quick transition steals and points. And really the offensive rebounds has been key for Wilmington, getting every ounce of that possession.
So the score at halftime here in the ANC Steele Center is 53-19 right now. We'll send it down to the sideline with our sideline reporter, Robbie Moore. Robbie, what do you have for us?
Going off of you guys, we could definitely see with that last half that they definitely took Sean Strickland's advice. They brought back that energy, but now I think it's just a matter of them being able to stick with Wilmington and find their rhythm, because they've gotten a lot of turnovers so far, and I think once they find their pace with them, then I think it'll be more evenly matched.
Thank you, Robbie.
Thanks, Robbie. And yeah, as Muskingum really lead the league in turnovers per game, so it's showing once again here. They can't seem to beat the press. I mean, they're having flashbacks to where they played against Mount Union, just a lot of turnovers due to the press. Hopefully they can go in at half and just try to change that up.
Yeah, for sure. And Muskingum leading the OAC in turnovers, as you noted, at almost 22 a game. Right now, we will take a short break and be back with your halftime show. Muskingum trails 53-19 at the half. We'll be back here live on WMCO 90.7 and also live on YouTube at Orbit Media TV and on Orbit TV, digital cable 1020. Stay right with us for your halftime show.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to the ANC Steele Center, everybody. Will Ford on hand with Ryan Marks. We have Robbie Moore down on the sideline. And the Muskingum Lady Muskies trailing 53-19, Ryan, at the end of this half. Just Wilmington, a dominating display of offense. Great in transition as well with their full court press, forcing a lot of turnovers. And I think Hannah Binkley, really the player of the first half, she finished the half with 7 points in a row, and she was just phenomenal throughout, and it's led to this big lead, 53-19 over the Lady Muskies.
Yeah, Muskingum really held for the first 5 or 6 minutes of the first quarter, but as we see again from Muskingum time and time again, turnovers really get to it, and the lack of size and the lack of team size causes for tiredness and exhaustion, and leads to offensive rebounds for the other team, which is really killing them.
So right now we'll give you another Muskie Sports Blast cut from this past Monday as we had the Muskingum wrestling team join the show. And we had sophomore Carter Layton and two freshmen, Hunter Heck and Noah DeHano, join the show. And they talked about the wrestling match with Ohio Northern that took place yesterday, and really their preparation for the regional tournament coming up at the end of the month. So right now we'll play that interview for you with the Muskingum wrestling team here on the Orbit 90.7, and also on YouTube at Orbit Media TV and on Orbit TV digital cable 1020.
Over the past 9 days to kind of get ready for this last home meet of the year against Ohio Northern?
We've been wrestling a lot live and doing just drilling, hard stuff. The usual.
I mean, I think something I've been focused on a lot with not wrestling for so long, because I actually didn't wrestle at Wheaton. It was keeping myself in shape, like being able to still wrestle a full college match and continue to just keep my work ethic in check while not wrestling competitively.
Yeah, and we've just been doing a lot of drilling and live matching, like Carter said, just getting ready, fixing the minor mistakes.
I feel like the coaches are really trying to get us to pick up the pace and just wrestle all 7 minutes.
So the team's going to be competing in their final home meet of the year against Ohio Northern tomorrow night. You guys know what weight classes will be wrestling tomorrow and if you'll be competing?
Well, I am 174, so I will definitely be competing.
I think Ohio Northern has a sizable lineup, so there shouldn't be a lot of forfeits coming from us. Like, we shouldn't give up like a lot of matches just because of a forfeit. I know I should be wrestling heavyweight. Dale, are you wrestling?
Yeah, it should be. There's 125.
There you go. So all three of you should be out there on the mat tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
In the last home meet of the year. What's your favorite part about competing in home meets, given that this is the last one of the year?
I just like seeing the crowd come out. School spirit's always nice.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite part, like second to like just being here, like at home with our crowd and our fans, it's that I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, no travel for sure. No long bus rides or anything like
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like the energy here is way better than going somewhere else. We actually have a crowd behind us because, like, when we travel, we don't get a lot of fans because it's usually pretty far away. So it's nice seeing people come out.
And as the season's ticking down here, what areas of your technique and approach are you looking to really sharpen up as regional championships are coming up at the end of the month here?
I'm really trying to work on my faster shot and takedowns, keeping your head up, all the good stuff.
I know the number one thing I am looking at is continue to score points throughout a match, to keep a pace and keep it at my pace, like make someone else wrestle me.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't take enough shots. I get told that a lot, so I've been working on trying to take more shots and, like, find the open shots and take them.
So tomorrow night is also senior night for a couple wrestlers on the team, 3 wrestlers, Cody, Marvis, and Michael. Do you guys have any memories with those guys this year that stick out? Maybe it's during training or at practice or
we
wrestling
had
matches, bus rides, anything like that?
a lot of fun memories preseason running. That was always my favorite to do because they would always be tired or be showing up late. Not Marvis, though. Marvis is good.
For our Halloween practice, Bodie dressed up as Daisy Duke with cowgirl boots and like
A wig.
Yeah, a wig. Like his jeans were cut. It was really funny to look at him.
I always remember Kashiba being a goofball on the bus and in the hotel room, so that's some of my favorite memories with him.
My favorite thing about Bodie is when he cut his hair and shaved his beard off and left the mustache. Looked like a completely different person.
That's funny.
He looks like an old baby.
If that's even possible.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's possible.
They've seen it, yeah.
So
Love you, Bodie, if you're listening.
So next question here is for Hunter and Noah. Being freshmen, you're both almost at the conclusion of your first season of collegiate wrestling. What's one thing that you know now that you wish you would have been better prepared for coming into the season?
Division III is not a joke.
Yeah.
People come out here with just, if not the same, a more intense mindset to win a match than guys at D1. Like, we're all here because we love to wrestle, and that's the only thing on our minds, or in my mind. So, like, the intensity in Division III is a lot higher, and the matches are a lot harder than what I expected.
Yeah, same thing. Like, the matches are pretty hard. Like, not only Division III, but the OAC is a pretty good conference.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I mean, keeping up with the intensity and the skill level of those guys, I wish I'd have known.
For sure.
And if you guys could kind of take a step back and look at things in hindsight, what's one thing or a couple things that you wish you would have done differently when you look back on this season?
I wish I would have stayed in the weight room. I got fairly strong over the summer, but once preseason ended, I didn't continue to lift, which I think cost me a lot of matches. I don't weigh a whole lot, so my strength compared to guys that are weighing in at 275 pounds when I'm weighing in at 238, 240, me not having the muscle just really takes away me losing matches 5-3, 1-0, stuff like that.
And how about for you, Hunter?
I honestly wish I would have lifted too. I think that's one of my biggest downfalls is I'm not very strong. I wish in high school I lifted more too, because I think I'd be completely different. I'd have more wins on this season than I do now.
Everybody neglects the weights until you got to do strong stuff.
That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, Andrew and I back here, we're we're not too strong. So now, Carter, I'll go to you. Being a sophomore, where did you notice the biggest jump in your approach and in your technique from your freshman season to your sophomore season?
My freshman season, it was just getting used to college wrestling, and now I'm used to it, so I'm just getting better, I guess. I don't know.
Just all around game.
Just definitely
really
cardio. Definitely cardio. Keeping the pace. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Did you find yourself gassing out a lot when you were a freshman compared to?
Yeah.
That was the Muskingum men's wrestling team. We had them on the Muskie Sports Blast, which is weekdays from 8 to 8:30. That will be Andrew Price, Will Ford, and I, Ryan Marks. Speaking to teams throughout the week, we will have Muskingum men's basketball on Mondays, Muskingum women's basketball on Tuesdays, with wrestling on Wednesdays and indoor track on Thursdays. Now jumping right back into it as the teams are warming up. The tale of the tape so far has been not so much as we talked about the second chance points. I mean, Muskingum's getting outscored 13-0 on second chance, but really it's been the bench. Muskingum's bench is getting outscored 23-4 by Wilmington, and that's being led by Hannah Binkley, number 32. She has 13 points off the bench.
And she's been phenomenal, and she closed out the first half with 7 straight points. She closed it out with 8 straight points. She had 2 3-pointers and a steal and a layup in transition. And, you said it. She's just been leading this team, and she's doing it off the bench. But I think an even bigger story, Ryan, is the offensive rebound numbers for Wilmington. They have, in total, 12 offensive rebounds and 8 defensive rebounds for a combined total of 20 rebounds on the game. And Wilmington on the season, they're 4th in the OAC in offensive rebounds per game at 13.4, and they've already got 12. So, and we have a half to play here as we have a minute on the clock left in halftime. They're already there, and we've got a half to play.
Yeah, there's still a half to play, and not only that, but Wilmington's offensive rebounds is 12. Muskingum's total rebounds is 12, so that's just going to show.
Yeah,
they're getting out-rebounded by 20 on the boards in general on both sides of the court. That is just something you can't have if you're trying to win a game or even stay close in a game. And as it's shown, they're down 53-19 at half, and they're hoping to come out from half as a new team with a new dream. Same dream, hopefully better execution.
For sure. And to piggyback off of those rebounding numbers, Muskingum is last in the OAC in total rebounds per game at a hair under 37. And they're also last in offensive rebounds per game at 11.5. And defensive rebounds, they're 7th at 25. So rebounding is not a strong suit for the Lady Muskies, while on the other hand, for Wilmington, it's one of their best assets of their game.
Yeah, and that comes with coaching. But as we get started with the second half, the Wilmington Quakers will have the ball. Quick shot off the right three-pointer, no good. That was Kelly Knoll on the 3, rebounded by Muskingum. Kamei Baylock bringing it up the court for the Muskies. Driving fast, trying to get that tempo up. Over to Emily Yeager on the left side. Picked by Kamei Baylock, no good off the shot for Emily Yeager. Foul called on Emily Yeager. That is her 4th foul of the game right out of half. That's some big trouble, Will.
That's rough, and she only gets 1 more, and we're not even 30 seconds into the start of the second half. So she is probably going to take a seat here pretty quick.
Right. You got to play smarter than that. But as Wilmington passes it around the 3-point line, they will take another shot. Right side three-pointer good by Kelly Knoll, redeeming herself from the last possession. Muskingum pushing it up the court quick with Olivia Lang on the right half. Passing to Casey Smith on the right wing. Up to Emily Yeager at the top of the key, over to Kamei Baylock, the left side, passing around the horn, down to Emily Yeager in the left post, dribbling to Sarah Miller on the right elbow. That is good from 19 feet. That is Sarah Miller's 4th point of the game. Passing it quick in transition for Wilmington. Binkley passing to Binkley across court, and stolen by Casey Smith, jumping in the passing lane, dribbling up the court fast, one-on-one, picks up her dribble and scores a layup off the right side in transition off the steal. Wilmington picking up the tempo quick, shooting another 3, no good, but foul will be called.
Looks like it's on the floor on Muskingum.
No, it looks like.
Oh, it's on
excuse me.
Wilmington.
Yeah, it'll be
Excuse
on
me.
Wilmington. It might over the back, I guess. Muskingum's looking like a new team here, Will. Coming off the floor quick, and Olivia Lang, passed to Emily Yeager, over to Kamei Baylock on the left side of the three, passing around the three-point line to Sarah Miller on the right side, down to Emily Yeager in the post. Cross pass to Kamei Baylock on the three-pointer, just short, left rim and out. As Binkley will get the rebound and bring it back out the court for the Quakers. Passing over to other Binkley. Three-pointer for Emily Knoll, no good, rattles around the rim. Ball will go out of bounds, will be awarded to the Quakers under Muskingum's basket, looking to get another shot in. Emily Hartshorn checking in for the Muskies for Sarah Miller. So with 8:04 remaining, 56-23, Wilmington leads over the Muskies. Kennedy Lewis will inbound the ball for the Quakers to Hannah Binkley, passing to Michaela Binkley at the top of the key, back to Kennedy Lewis. Passing around the top of the key, down to the left post. Casey Smith guarding Michelle Lee. Michaela Binkley with the three at the top of the key, wide open, connects to increase the lead for the Quakers. Olivia Lang bringing up the court. The Quakers backing off in coverage. Emily Yeager on the right side of the three-point line, down to Olivia Lang in the post. Kamei Baylock, top of the key three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by the OAC's fifth leading rebounder, Michaela Binkley. Bringing it down the court in transition. Top of the key for Wilmington. No good, but she gets her own rebound once again. And a putback by Michelle Lee for Wilmington. 61-23, 7 minutes remaining. Muskingum testing out the defense here. Kamei Baylock at the top of the key, looking for something open to Emily Yeager on the right side. Swing passing around to Casey Smith on the left. Back to the top of the key to Yeager. Dribbling down, trying to put a floater up, blocked by the OAC block leader, the OAC's top 5 in blocks, Michaela Binkley. She's been all over the court in the second half for the Quakers and has translated to a continuance of this lead. 6:57 remaining, 61-23, Wilmington leads over the Fighting Muskies.
And Binkley has 13 points, just 5 shy of her season average.
Emily Hartshorn backing down, trying to get that shot up, didn't make it to the rim as the rebound goes to Wilmington, who brings it down the court fast. No passes, nice little backdoor pass off the cut, swinging around back to the top of the key. A pass to in between two people. I guess she was seeing double, wasn't sure where to pass it to exactly as it falls out of bounds, and it will be awarded to Muskingum.
Yeah, Zaria Bailey there, just a little confused there as one was cutting towards the basket on the back door and one was chilling in the corner, didn't know where to go.
Yes, Muskingum continues to pass around the horn. Casey Smith dribbles around the screen, down to the post. Emily Yeager for three on the right side, rattles out, no love from the rim. Wilmington yet another rebound as Zaria Bailey brings it up the court, passing to Brooke Davis, back into Khalees Jones, for the easy lay-in in transition. Olivia Lang pushing the court with tempo, trying to find something open. Casey Smith dribbling down the baseline. Nice little Euro step and blocked by the rim. Nice open shot, but no avail as Zaria Bailey will bring it back up down the court the other way. Dribbling around the free throw line, trying to find what's open, passing over to Emily Davis, who passes to Khalees Jones. No good on the shot, but another offensive rebound for Wilmington, so they will take another shot from the left three. That will be good by Emily Davis. That is her 5th point of the game. Muskingum continuing to keep up the tempo. Emily Yeager passing to Emily Hartshorn, down to Casey Smith on the left three. Pump fakes, dribbles in, Euro step, too much off the backboard and out. Rebound by Wilmington, pushing the court with the tempo that's been working for him all game. Khalees Jones with the three off the back of the rim and no good. Muskingum trying to save the rebound, but will not be able to in time as the ball will be awarded back to Wilmington under Muskingum's basket. As Charlotte Brown will check in for Casey Smith here. It is 66-23. The Wilmington Quakers lead the Fighting Muskies with 5:16 remaining in the third period. Inbound to Brooke Davis. Passing up top to Khalees Jones, back down to Zaria Bailey with the turnaround jumper.
And Casey Smith, before she stepped out, she was 0 of 7 in the first half, shooting the basketball, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and she's now 0 of 2 in the second half so far, 0 of 9 total.
And during that little break, we had Celeste with the made three-pointer for Muskingum, number 21. Zaria Bailey with the drive, acrobatic layup, no make, but she draws the foul, so we will have a slowdown in tempo, as really seems to be for the first time in the second half here. Both teams have jumped out very fast, 68-26, 4:43 remaining in the third period. And Will, as you were saying, 0 for 7 in the first half and continuing that here in the second half. That's not what you want to see from your point guard.
No, not at all, and especially a player who averages on the season over 40% shooting, which is a very good number. She's just not having the best of games as Bailey connects on both free throws.
Yeah, so as Wilmington connects on both free throws, they will increase their lead to 43, 70-26. Foul called. That will be on Wilmington as we await to see who the foul's called on. That foul will be called on Kennedy Lewis, I believe. No, excuse me, Khalees Jones. That is her third foul of the game. Steele from Wilmington. They will push the court. 2-on-1 coming. Quick pass, bounce pass over to Emily Davis for the nice open layup, forcing Muskingum to spread their defense in a 2-on-1 situation. Celeste with the ball on the left three-point, over to Emily Hartshorn, to Yeager on the right side, using the screen well, passing to Emily Hartshorn back at the top to anchor for that pass around to Olivia Lang on the left side, to Celeste in the bottom left corner, using the screen, getting an open three-pointer. 10 seconds on the shot clock, no good. I think there was still time to maybe get a little closer shot as Wilmington brings up the ball fast and gets another little layup in transition. That was Brooke Davis on the layup. As Charlotte Brown will have the ball here on the right side, three-point line, trying to find an open person. Passing to Emily Hartshorn to Yeager on the left side, swinging it around the three-point line. Back down to Charlotte Brown in the right elbow, getting the ball poked but keeping it and getting a nice little contested right side layup. And Wilmington will continue to push the tempo and getting another open layup but missing it, rattling around the rim, getting their own offensive rebound, putting it back up. Once again, no good, but another offensive rebound for Wilmington as they try to feed it back down to the post, but it gets poked. Open shot for Zaria Bailey, no good. Another offensive rebound. That's 4-5 in this possession alone for Wilmington. No good again. Six offensive rebounds for Wilmington, and finally Muskingum can out-rebound Wilmington there. Olivia Lang stopping yet another offensive rebound. What a sequence there for Wilmington. Emily Hartshorn with the right elbow jumper from 16 is made in transition. 74-30, 2:42 remaining as Muskingum trails. Dribble down and pass out to Emily Davis for the three for Wilmington is good, uncovered. Timeout here by Muskingum. Finally a chance for me to take a breath at least and let Will get a chance to speak.
Back and forth action here in the A&C Steele Center. Both teams just nonstop pushing the pace, and Muskingum trails by 47 points. It's 77-30. We'll take a short break here on WMCO 90.7 The Orbit. Also on Orbit TV, digital cable 1020, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV.
Back here at the A&C Steele Center, I am Ryan Marks, joined by Will Ford and our sideline reporter, who are going to send it down here to Robbie Moore. Robbie, what do you have for us?
So Coach Eaton was talking to the girls and saying that they need to figure out, work together to find out where they're comfortable bringing that ball up, and that they really need to rely on each other in this last half.
Thank you, Robbie. And as she was speaking, a steal by Wilmington, by Michaela Binkley, taking it down, giving a nice little Euro step on Skaggs for Muskingum to increase the lead to 49. Muskingum seeming lost here not sure how to stop this Wilmington defense that's playing tight. Yet another poke away as Celeste will retain it on the three-point line left side. Olivia Lang down on the left elbow. Passing it over to Emily Hartshorn for the open shot from 21 feet out. That is good. So a nice little elbow shot, pushing the tempo for Wilmington right down in the lane. Fake pass and a layup by Kennedy Lewis is good. 81-32 Wilmington. Muskingum continuing to push the tempo. Emily Hartshorn top of the key over to Charlotte Brown, trying to pass it to Skaggs, but they're saying it is tipped out. So Wilmington will get the ball here. And they're
going to talk it over. It looked, Muskingum, I think they thought that it was just a turnover on them and out of bounds, and it was Wilmington basketball, but then they called that deflection, and now confirming that it is Muskingum basketball.
Yeah, so Muskingum will get possession after a talk by the refs, and Olivia Lang is driving down the left post, passing out to Emily Hartshorn off the front of the rim from the right elbow, no good. Hannah Binkley with the rebound, high pass to Michelle Lee just over her head as it sails out of bounds. Muskingum will get the ball into their own basket. Passing over to Olivia Lang to bring it up the court now for Muskingum. Trying to find something just to get back into this game as they trail big with a quarter still to go. Charlotte Brown at the right side of the three-point line, passing down to Emily Hartshorn in the bottom corner. Back to Charlotte Brown on the right elbow, passing out to Skaggs on the left three-pointer. Wide open, made three, Muskingum. Minute remaining, 35-81. Wilmington leads big late as Kennedy Lewis gives a nice little ball move and dribbles down the post, making an easy pass to Michelle Lee for the put in off the glass. Muskingum bringing it down. Celeste will have it at the right side three-point line, up to Emily Hartshorn at the top, over to Skaggs in the left side three, down to Olivia Lang, who tries to power herself in but will not work as Wilmington will get the rebound and bring it down the court quickly. Open three for Wilmington off the back of the rim, but getting in their own offensive rebound was Michaela Binkley. Foul called on Emily Hartshorn, both trying to go for the rebound, but Wilmington got there just a second too soon, resulting in a foul for Muskingum. That is her second of the game with 24 seconds remaining in the third. Muskingum trails 35-83 to the Quakers. There's 4 seconds remaining, 4 seconds differential between the shot clock and the game clock as a steal is made by Celeste for Muskingum, and they will bring it back up the court. No shot clock remaining in this quarter, so they're getting pressed. Olivia Lang on the right side three, down to Sarah Miller with a nice putback off the glass made. 8 seconds remaining, Wilmington holding for the last shot. Dribbling down, nice bounce pass, foul called. That is Michelle Lee will go to the line as we await to see who the foul is called on. Michelle Lee will go to the line. So that foul will be called on Charlotte Brown. That is her first of the game with 2.9 remaining in the third period. Muskingum trails 84-37. Both were made for Wilmington. Olivia Lang just trying to put it up from half court will not be good as time expires in the third period.
And so the Lady Muskies, they trail 85-37 after three. We'll be back with the final stanza here from the ANC Steele Center and Ohio Athletic Conference action. We'll be right back on the Orbit 90.7, on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, and on New Concord Cable, Digital Cable 1020 Orbit TV. Stay right with us.
The Steele Center. I'm Ryan Marks. I am joined by Will Ford and our sideline reporter for tonight, Robbie Moore. And Muskingum trailing by 48 with 1 period left to play. Will, it's really just been a tale of physicality for Wilmington, being strong on defense and being strong on the boards, resulting in a huge lead.
And Michaela Binkley was really active on the glass in the third period. And on the season, she averages 7.5 rebounds a game, and that's good for fourth in Ohio Athletic Conference play.
So now Casey Smith will have it at the top of the key for Muskingum to start the period. Foul called, armbar on Muskingum, and the foul will be on Olivia Lang. That is her fourth of the game with 9:50 remaining in the period, as Wilmington will get the ball back and take it down to Muskingum's side. Up at the top of the key, long three from Wilmington. That is no good. That was Hannah Rickman, excuse me. And Kamei Baylock will take a long three in return, also off the front of the rim. Saved by Sarah Miller, what seemed to be going out of bounds, but will be caught by Wilmington as they bring up the court and push the tempo, trying to get another open shot. As they pass it down into the right block. Missed pass by Zaria Bailey, and Muskingum will take the steal. Olivia Lang bringing it back up the court in transition, driving down the baseline, passing over to Casey Smith, passing back to the top of the key to Yeager for three that rattles around the rim and off the backboard. Long pass from Wilmington, almost looked like a football pass to Noah Vale in the right post. It was a missed shot. Muskingum fights for the rebound. There seems to be an injury on the court for Wilmington. Muskingum losing the ball on the other end. And Wilmington bring back a 2-on-1.
What a nice wraparound pass there.
Good wraparound pass by Wilmington, as Will said. And that shot was made by Zaria Bailey with the assist from Emily Davis. And Olivia Lang will have it on the right side of the three-point line. Pick coming from Sarah Miller, trying to drive down, pass back over to Sarah Miller. Pass tip back to Olivia Lang at the top of the key to reset the formation. Kamei Baylock in the right corner for three. Air ball's short. Rebound by Emily Davis, who brings it back up the court, getting boxed out by Emily Yeager. Swing pass to the left side of three. Up top for Zaria Bailey is good. Deep three for Wilmington. Timeout will be called for Wilmington. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here in the ANC Steele Center. I'm Ryan Marks. I'm joined by Will Ford and Robbie Moore. So really just continuing the tale for Wilmington, being physical on the offensive glass and in defense. It's resulting in an enlargement in their lead, Will.
Yeah, and they've had excellent ball movement throughout. We saw the excellent wraparound pass and transition from Emily Davis a couple of possessions ago. And on the season, Wilmington is fourth in the OAC in assists per game at 13.2, but they're well over that number tonight, over 15 assists, and they've just had an excellent day moving the ball in transition, off of steals and off of rebounds, and even in their half-court offense, great ball movement, girls running all over the place, backdoor cuts to the basket, and they've just had a phenomenal night moving the basketball.
Yeah, exactly as you said, Will. Everything seems to be going right for them. So as we resume action, Kamei Baylock will have it on the left side three to Sarah Miller, passing down to Olivia Lang, deep right three. Casey Smith swinging around to Kamei Baylock, looking for a three, it seems. Casey Smith driving down, passing to Emily Yeager, to Sarah Miller on the right post, trying to impose her will, passing back out to Casey Smith, who drives in and couldn't get enough mustard on it to get that in, as Wilmington will get the rebound, bringing it back up the court. Zaria Bailey passing over to Kelly Knoll, who passes to Khalees Jones. Back over to Kelly Knoll on the right side, three-pointer up to Zaria Bailey at the top of the key. Down to Michelle Lee. Shot by Kelly Knoll from top of the key is off the back of the rim and rebounded by Muskingum. So a 3-on-3 coming down the court, and Emily Yeager will have it open for three. Olivia Lang, left side three is good off the assist from Yeager. Little skip pass and make for Muskingum. Zaria Bailey will bring it back up the court the other side. Passing down to Khalees Jones in the right side three, top of the key, swinging around the horn, back to the right side to Khalees Jones, down to Emily Davis, who tries to get a reverse layup, no good. Sarah Miller on the rebound for Muskingum, bringing it back up the court, passing to Casey Smith on the right side. Nice little pull up from the right elbow from Sarah Miller, no good. Rebounded by Emily Davis. Pass down to Michelle Lee, who makes the layup. Nice little pass from Zaria Bailey on the assist. And Muskingum just struggling to get back to play defense there as the lead grows to 52. 6:07 remaining, 92-40. Wilmington leads the Muskies. Casey Smith, shot from 3 is good. Those are her sixth point of the game, and really just not going well for Muskingum now as they try to continue this game on. 3 from Wilmington, that was Kelly Knoll, no good. Rebound by Muskingum as Kamei Baylock will bring it back up the court. Passing to Olivia Lang on the right side of the court. Getting a pick from Sarah Miller and driving, putting up from just inside three-point line, no good. Sarah Miller fighting for the rebound, but no good. Wilmington will retain possession. Zaria Bailey, on the left side.
And now left corner, a three-pointer from Wilmington, knocked down by Emily Davis. Emily Davis has 13 points, 95-43. Wilmington leads with 5 minutes remaining. Olivia Lang, top of the key, over to Emily Yeager, right side. Now Sarah Miller on the right block. Lefty hook in the lane. It's good.
Yeah, so Wilmington will pick up the tempo here and continue to keep the tempo they've kept all game as Khalees Jones drives in from the right side. Acrobatic layup, no good. No foul called. Rebound by Muskingum. Muskingum, Olivia Lang trying to bring it up the court. Passing down to Casey Smith in the left corner. Passing to Sarah Miller at the free throw line to Kamei Baylock on the left side 3. Off the front of the left side of the rim and up and back out as Wilmington will get the rebound and bring it back up the court. Pass down to a wide open post. That is Michelle Lee who misses the shot. Olivia Lang will get the rebound and bring it back the other way for the Lady Muskies. Casey Smith with the open 3 for Muskingum off the front of the rim. Once again for Muskingum, no love from the rim. And Wilmington will get yet another defensive rebound. Bringing it back up the court is Zaria Bailey. Passing down to Kelly Knoll, passing to Emily Davis for the open corner 3 from the left side in front of their own bench, who's starting to get into it. 98-45, Wilmington leads, 3:58 remaining. Sarah Miller driving down the right side post over to Emily Yeager. Back to Kamei Baylock at the top of the 3, off the front of the rim once again. Foul called on Michelle Lee of Wilmington, so Muskingum will get the ball under their own under Wilmington's basket.
Checking in for Muskingum, Celeste Clark for Kamei Baylock and Emily Hartshorn for Sarah Miller. 3:50 left in the ball game, 98-45. It's a 53-point advantage for Wilmington, and they're 2 away from putting triples on the board.
Yeah, as Emily Hartshorn tries to find Emily Yeager, who tries to find Olivia Lang, the ball is tipped, but Muskingum will keep it. Casey Smith trying to fight for the rebound after missing her own shot. Jump ball is called. Possession is awarded to Wilmington. So another lost possession there for Muskingum due to offensive or rebounding intensity by Wilmington, Wilmington will slow the tempo here, bringing it up the court. Passing over to Emily Davis on the left side. Zaria Bailey at the top of the key, rattling around, no good on the 3. Casey Smith with the rebound for Muskingum. She pushes the ball back up the court here for Muskingum, trying to find life in this late in this game. Zaria Bailey staying intense and trying to poke the ball free. The ball is poked free, but Muskingum will keep possession. So with 3:11 remaining, Muskingum trails 98-45 versus the Wilmington Quakers. Emily Hartshorn getting the inbound, passing down to Olivia Lang in the center of the post. Out to Celeste for 3. That is, as well as signaling 3 to the dome. 48-98, 3 minutes remaining. As Brooke Davis will have it in the right side of 3. Passes Zaria Bailey at the top of the key, who drives down, finding Emily Davis for the open 3 once again. That is Emily Davis's 19th point on the night, about to eclipse 20 with 2:40 remaining in the game. As Celeste kick ball by Wilmington. Celeste trying to find Olivia Lang down in the post. So Muskingum will keep the ball here under Wilmington's basket, but with that three-pointer by Wilmington, they eclipse 100, and it is 101-48, 2:35 remaining. Foul called on Wilmington, shooting foul, so Emily Hartshorn will go to the line for the Muskies.
And Emily Hartshorn has put in some good minutes in her first game back for these Lady Muskies as her first free throw. Nothing but nylon. She's done a great job, and she's got 7 points tonight, and she's really given some good energy to Coach Eaton.
Yeah, it's always nice to see come back from injury. She seems to be back to 100%, just sadly couldn't get a win on her return to play. With 2:30 remaining, Muskingum trails 101-50. Made three by Brooke Davis for Wilmington, so 104-50. And Celeste Smith will have it at the right side three, passing over to Skaggs at the left top of the key. Emily Hartshorn just at the three-point line on the right side, backing down her matchup. Charlotte Brown passing to Olivia Lang, just at a loss of a dribble. Olivia Lang trying to use the screen. Charlotte Brown trying to find Emily Hartshorn open. Olivia Lang, 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Made three from the right corner for Olivia Lang. Good use of the shot clock there and passing to try to find a silver lining in this game, Will. As Wilmington continues to pass around, Celeste steps into the passing lane, gets a steal for Muskingum, dribbles it back up the court over to Charlotte Brown, dribbles it back out to the top of the key, trying to establish themselves as an offense. Olivia Lang waving off the screen, trying to ISO herself, gives a little turnaround, tries to lay it in, rattles around the rim, no good. As Wilmington will get the rebound, passing to Zaria Bailey over to Brooke Davis for the three off the back of the rim. Wilmington fighting with themselves for the offensive rebound. Neither of them get it as it bounces out of both of their hands and over to Muskingum. Down to Skaggs in the left corner for an open three. Air balls not near the rim, Will. So in the final minute, Muskingum trails 104-53, just playing for pride at this point, trying to leave everything out there on the court. Olivia Lang playing tight defense there on Wilmington. Zaria Bailey driving down for Wilmington, trying to find someone to pass to. 5 seconds starts to get called. Shot from the top of the key, no good, but offensive rebound for Wilmington. That is Zaria Bailey, 5'3", giving 100% effort down in the low block. Jump ball is called and possession will be awarded to Muskingum. 38 seconds remain as Muskingum trails 104-53. As Olivia Lang dribbles up the court, there is a 7-second difference in the shot clock, in the game clock. So there will need to be a shot at the end of this possession. A kick ball by Wilmington. So Muskingum will keep the ball under Wilmington's basket. 3 seconds now differentiate the shot clock and the game clock. Charlotte Brown inbounding the ball for Muskingum over to Olivia Lang on the left three. Skaggs trying to dribble in off the elbow, no good. Charlotte Brown dribbling in off the left baseline, missing the shot, trying to chase down the rebound. No shot clock remains as Muskingum gets their own rebound. Olivia Lang putting it up from deep, missing the shot off the right of the rim. 5 seconds remain, and Wilmington will just dribble out the clock. So as time expires, Wilmington will take the win versus the Lady Muskies, 104-53. I am Ryan Marks, joined by Will Ford and Robbie Moore on the sideline. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back with your post-game report right here on WMCO 90.7, Orbit TV on YouTube, and Orbit Digital.
Hi.
1020.
Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
WMCO 90.7 Orbit TV on YouTube and Orbit Digital Cable 1020. I'm Ryan Marks. I'm joined by my right-hand man, Will Ford, and our sideline reporter, Robbie Moore. We covered Muskingum women's basketball versus the Wilmington Quakers here at the ANC Steele Center, where Muskingum fell 104-50 and falls to 4-16 on the season, where Wilmington will improve to 10-12 on the season. Now, Will, that was just a game purely based on intensity. Wilmington came out as the stronger, more physical team, and it showed in the rebounding.
Yeah, it showed in the rebounding, and it showed in the scoring. 104 points, a team that only averages 78, which is still a lot of points, and that's first in the Ohio Athletic Conference. So they topped that by almost 30 tonight, and they held this Muskingum team down. They were pedal to the metal, full throttle, and didn't let up throughout. Three-pointers all around, I mean, just all over the court, and their passing, their pressure on the ball, full court press. Every facet of the game was covered by Wilmington tonight, and there was just no slowing them down.
Yeah, they were just the team with more heart. They came out from the opening tip all the way to the end of the fourth quarter. They had full intensity all the way through their lineup. It seemed, as we said in the first half, they outscored Muskingum's bench 23-4. So that's just a huge game. And another huge performance was by the Binkley siblings and Emily Davis, who put in 19 points on the night, and that was just hard to stop. I mean, they had a three-headed dragon. Just really, they were covering on all facets on offense, and every time they missed, it seemed they got their own rebounding and had a chance to put it back up on a smart shot.
Yeah, and that's the tough part is you're trying to guard three different people at one time, but also the other thing that makes it even harder is that you have no one on your offensive end who can kind of match that production. So usually it's Olivia Lang who leads this team in scoring and is also their best three-point shooter. She didn't have the best night shooting the basketball. Casey Smith really wasn't phenomenal either, was 0 of 9 at one point during the game and 0 of 7 after the first half. And there was just really no one that they could turn to for that instant offense to try to get some kind of run going. And then really by the end of the first quarter, this game had already gotten out of hand, and against this Wilmington team that scores the ball so well, that's tough.
Yeah, Muskingum just trying to find someone to match up on them on offense, but as you said, they couldn't get it. They couldn't click. Muskingum's hoping to bounce back here later in the season, as there's still hope for the team. I mean, they're a very young team, and they're looking to get some recruits and transfers in the offseason, as well as building up from the ground up within the program and really look to bounce back. You have Coach Eaton in her first season here at Muskingum, so they went up against a tough team tonight. They had the leading scorer in the OAC, who was also 5th in rebounds, 1st in steals, and 5th in blocks, and she showed exactly why she deserved to be on that list tonight. And going up against a coach who's been in the league for 29 seasons, he's seen a little bit of everything. He just knew exactly what to do and when.
Yeah, it was just a really difficult matchup tonight for the Muskingum Lady Muskies. Going up against Binkley, and how she just stuffs the stats. And then, of course, their head coach, experienced as anybody in the OAC, and it might be the best of the best. And so when you're running up against that, man, it's tough. But I think really what you're looking at now is next season. You're getting everybody back healthy. You bring in some recruits, as you mentioned, and you're just going to retool. And I think a second year under Coach Eaton and Coach Strickland, their system, I think we're going to see this team grow and be a better team next season.
Yeah, definitely. With only having one senior in Celeste Clark, that's going to be really good for the program. Having a full off season to work and get back in the gym and really grow as a group. I mean, I know when I went through a coaching change, it was really tough in the first season until you got that first off season under your belt, just trying to get new everything, really. I mean, especially in basketball, it's a lot more not necessarily a lot more coach-oriented, but really impactful on a group of 5.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it's very tough, but I think next season is where we're going to see them make that jump, and they're going to be a lot better and hopefully a lot healthier, so that way they don't have to have 7, 8 girls on the court or, available at one time. They'll have a stacked deck, and they'll be able to go out there and play each and every night.
Yeah. Thank you, Will. So from Ryan Marks, Will Ford, and Robbie Moore, thank you for tuning in to WMCO 90.7 Orbit TV on YouTube, Orbit 1020 digital cable. We will be covering Saturday. We will be covering Muskingum basketball, so keep it here on the Orbit